leaked to the global press. A handful of small but shocking revelations that cast doubt onto a far more massive institution. On the 6th of January 2024, the Bloomberg media company revealed that according to multiple intelligence sources, widespread corruption within the Chinese armed forces has compromised China's military so badly that it's an open question whether China could even fight a war if it chose to. The news breaks just weeks after a major purge closed out 2023 at the head of the Chinese Communist Party and amidst a rapidly evolving geopolitical situation in East Asia and beyond. So in today's special episode of War Graphics, we're going to dig into the Bloomberg report and attempt to assess just how bad China's military problems really are, what's gone wrong, what China can do about it, and how this single small piece of news might have dashed China's global ambition for years, if not decades to come. The purge, the revelations. At the highest level of China's internal politics, the events of Tuesday, October 24th, 2023, were both earth-shaking for the CCP and entirely unsurprising from the perspective of an outside observer. On that date, Chinese President Xi Jinping made it official. After a short tenure in his post, Minister of National Defense Li Shangfu was out of a job, along with State Councillor and former Foreign Minister Qin Gang. By October, the official announcement had been a long time coming. Both men had disappeared from public view all the way back in the summer with no explanation, and their absence had been on full display during subsequent televised gatherings of the CCP's top decision makers. But as predictable as Xi's final announcement might have been, it still caps off an affair that had captured international speculation for months. Li Shangfu had gone from being a prominent general handpicked for the defense minister post to being out on his arse in less than 6 months. Councillor Qin had been pushed from his prior post as foreign minister and replaced all the way back in July. And they weren't the only ones either. The two officials who had until then led the Chinese military's rocket force had also been suddenly replaced, along with 2 other rocket force generals and a handful of other military leaders. These expelled leaders weren't bottom-of-the-barrel armchair generals either. Like Li Shangfu, they'd been handpicked for their roles, seen as some of the very best and brightest rising stars that China had to offer. The 2 generals at the head of the rocket force have been instrumental in China's recent manned space missions and its launches of satellites into space. Another casualty of the purge, an admiral, had been a leader in China's effort to assert dominance in the South China Sea. Another was the president of the Army's military court. Li Shangfu himself had been a trusted liaison with global partners and adversaries from Russia to India to the United States and was previously believed to be rather close to President Xi. But now, the whole group was gone, with Li Shangfu believed to be part of a rapidly broadening corruption investigation that may have played a role in some other disappearances as well. Now, in early January 2024, we finally got a bit of a resolution. According to Bloomberg News, US intelligence has assessed that Xi Jinping's latest purge was indeed part of an effort to tamp down on corruption. What it had found went far beyond individual cases of wrongdoing. To quote Bloomberg directly, the corruption inside China's rocket force and throughout the nation's defense industrial base is so extensive that US officials now believe Xi is less likely to contemplate military action in the coming years than would otherwise have been the case. Among the specific instances...
All right. This is Neil Song Dynasty. Please like, share, and subscribe. Be kind, helpful, and grateful. Buy some silver and some platinum. You can go back if you've seen me in chats. I've always said, don't worry about CCP. They can't do nothing. And I was ridiculed by a lot of people. A lot of people saying, "Oh no, China's the biggest, the baddest. They're going to face America." I did reports on how Pakistan, their #1 partner in the Belt Road Initiative, who gets weapons from China, throws them away, and then buys their weapons from America. The reason Pakistan gave, if you go back to my prior reports, was because about 1/3 of the weapons were defective. So, it's not surprising news. Actually, it's not even news to me. It'll be news to y'all, but I already knew it, that China can't fight a war. No, they can. They just can't win one. You guys have a nice night.